My name is Allison. Today I'm going to be going over a tutorial how to make this squiggly little fidget toy I have here. So this is part of my larger playlist, which features CAD tutorials for different fidget toys or baby toys, as you can see on my shop, that I'm going to be publishing. So if you have an interest in 3D modeling or want to have some of your own, then you should check out my videos, or you can also check out my shop, which will be linked on my channel. So without any further ado, let's get started. So I'm going to be modeling, I want to make each circle, and I'm going to use some transforms to duplicate it and to rotate it a little bit. So I'm only actually going to design one circle, I think. So the first thing I want to do is to create the base. So that looks right. I'm going to dimension it to be a nice even number. Okay. Next, I want to create my conics, and I also need to create my inner circle. So I'll explain what I mean by conics in just a bit. Let's make my inner circle 80. Okay, that looks good. So now I'm going to draw on my little bumps. So if you notice in the picture, each circle had little ridges on it, and that's what I'm going to be making. So I think conics are so fun to do, and I love using like those really unique things in Onshape that people don't really think about that often. So that's kind of what I'm gonna do with this. I feel like conics are kind of overshadowed. No one really uses them. Maybe I'm wrong. You can correct me if I'm wrong. But I just haven't heard of conics being used ever in CAD, and I feel like they're kind of cool, and they should be used more. It's like a very nice round curve. I like it. Okay, that looks pretty good. I want to almost make these equal length though. Okay. Okay. That looks a tad bit more. Okay. Like that. So instead of copying this and putting it everywhere, I'm just going to make a circular pattern. Okay. And I think the circle had about 12. There we go. So that looks pretty good. So next I want to extrude, merge scope, merge with all. And I'm going to create my okay. I think what I'm going to do in that, it's not letting me add and I want them to be one part. So I'm going to extrude this first. We'll make it new. That much looks pretty good, right? 10-ish. Whoa. Okay. Cool. Now I'm going to extrude all the other parts, and that will allow me to make them all one part. Okay. And I only want to extrude them 10. Okay, cool. So now I have one part. However, if you notice in the picture, these actually have cutouts. They have little, so what I'm gonna do is make a shell because they have like these little, what's a rib? I've actually never, okay. I don't know why I'm experimenting here. But I'm gonna make this like go inwards to create our little shell. So this looks pretty accurate to what they had in the image. I think I'm just gonna go with this. I like this. And we have this all under one part. So now all that's left is to duplicate this part and to transform it, and then we are all ready to go. So let's start by doing copy here, and I'm gonna move it up because we need there to be multiple of these. I think that looks about good. And I'll note that y is translated 112. So next we have our pieces that are poking out this way. So I'm having a little bit of trouble like visualizing the dimensions, if you know what I mean. I know that we definitely want to copy here. And we want to transform it to go this way, I would say. And then for part 3, I also want to rotate it. For our axis, let's see. That looks like a half decent axis. Okay, 90 degrees looks good. And I also feel like it's not in the middle now, so I definitely want to translate this XYZ wise. Cool. So now I want to copy here, bring that upwards. Looks pretty good. Okay, so now I just need to find out what's going on. Okay, so I think there's also a part going, okay. If I'm not mistaken. This is so trippy. It's so hard to visualize this. Okay, I think that there is a part going through the middle. Okay. So let's take this part. Okay, probably not this part, probably like this part. And rotate it around. Cool, and now for part 5, we just need to transform it, right? So we're going to transform part 5. I'm going to rotate it around like any axis, really. Okay. That doesn't look right, so I think I chose the wrong. I need the vertical line as my axis. That's why. Okay. That took me a long time, but I finally found my axis. And it looks like I need to rotate it 90 degrees. Cool, and now I need to copy this part. So, and this one is simply translated like so. Okay, it looks like good. I think that looks pretty good. So next, I want to hide my sketch. I want to hide my planes, and I'm gonna change the color of some of the pieces. I know this should be orange. Oh, why are they all orange now? Is it like a... Did I accidentally make it so that they all... Oh, okay. That makes sense, I guess, in a way. Okay, we have one red and okay, we have a red and purple pair. So I'll do that too. Okay. We also have a yellow and a blue pair. Okay, so that looks pretty good. I feel like the toy looks a little bit... It's almost like the parts are not going into each other enough. I think I extruded part 2. I think I should transform part 1 and move it a little bit inwards. Maybe like that. That looks a lot better. Okay. Okay. I feel like that looks better. Let's see what our isometric view looks like. Okay. So that looks pretty good. So that is the toy for y'all. I hope you enjoyed this tutorial and check back for any more.